Well, good afternoon, everyone. I will apologize first off, Kim Freeman, Oregon Housing Assistant Director to Homeownership Programs. Seem to be in the dark. I'm in the office and I tried to turn around, but then I can't have my headset on. And then my laptop went all crazy on me. So I apologize that my screen is extremely dark for all of you today. And because I have everyone in a different view, let me see if I can get it all in gallery view to see who is all here. Perfect. I see lots of great faces. And Emma Shea, are you?
Am I? Yes.
Are you here?
Yes, I am.
I'm trying to go through to see if I can see everyone. And so I will let you welcome us and share anything you have, and then we'll go ahead and go through the agenda.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for making the time to be here and spend some time with us. I appreciate, I know everybody is so busy, and one of these days I'd love to say, isn't it nice that we have time for knitting circles or whatever it is you're into, and we're not that busy. That I'm waiting for that day to come, but that is not today. So just, want to welcome everybody and, thank you for being here. I don't know, has everybody, have all the new staff been introduced, Kim, Talia, for example?
Some have, but some have not. And that would be, let's go ahead and do that.
Yes, I just want to take the opportunity. We're, Susan and some other folks know that or remember that we started off with. It was like the Kim, me and Alicia and just a handful of people trying to stand up this program. And now we have staff, and some of our equity folks are on this call, and I can see them on my screen. So I want to take the opportunity to have them introduce themselves and their role so you all know. Talia, can you kick us off?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I think I've been in some meetings with some of you already, and my name is Talia. I'm the new operations and policy analyst at the Homeownership Division, and look forward to connecting with many of you in the future.
Teresa, have you introduced yourself?
I don't believe so. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a great honor to share this space with you all. My name is Teresa Rainey, she, her. I'm the Senior Homeownership Development Program Analyst. My background is in program development, fair housing, community engagement, equity, and racial justice, and I'm really thrilled to be joining OHCS. Thank you.
Magda?
Good afternoon. Some of you might have seen me. I've been in the position for a little over 4 months. My name is Magda Bejarano, and I am part of the Homeownership Division, supporting with partner and language access, and just serving to make sure that our programs are more known in the community and that we can engage with the people that benefit from all the work that you all do. Great to meet you.
And I'm not sure if Sarah's on here. She has just joined our team. So is there anybody I'm missing that's new that hasn't been introduced to this group? Kim?
Nope, I think we're good.
All right, thanks guys.
Emma Shea, do you want to just share what Sarah's role is, just so everyone knows?
Yes, some of you actually probably know her. She used to help run the council meetings, and you'd see her there in the room. So I stole her, and I have zero shame in having done so. She is amazing, and was looking to do more equity work. So she will be, her role is also a new role, and she'll be looking at community outreach and technical assistance for our partners. And this is a position that comes directly from the task force. And so she's only been here, Kim, what, 2 weeks? So she's relatively new, but she's learning fast, and she works hand in hand with Magda and Talia. And so they're like my super team, and I love having them. And you know, it's also very exciting to have Teresa. She's another person that we stole and we're not ashamed of, from a different agency. So we're not just fishing in our own pond. So it's very exciting, and I hope you all get to meet Sarah. She's amazing, and I know that both Magda and Sarah are going to be just an amazing team for equity and outreach and language access. So thank you. Kim, I'm turning it over to you.
Okay, thanks, Emma Shea. Just to acknowledge, I'm not going to have them introduce themselves, but we do have our homeownership program team staff on joining us too, along with our flex lending team or our mortgage lending group of 2 on here. And I'm sure we have, and we have Willie, who is our data analyst, who's going to share the new dashboard with us here in a little bit. And I also would like to invite first time attendees to introduce themselves, if you would.
Sure. My name is John Trent. I'm with the Portland Housing Bureau. I'm the new NHP manager.
Great, welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Thomas Huffman. I'm out of Community in Action in Ontario, Oregon, and I just took over the role as Housing Resource Center Manager about 2 months ago.
Welcome.
My name is Alma Barraza. I'm with Proud Ground. I'm the new Fund Development Manager. Happy to be here.
Great, welcome.
Jed Webb with DSW Homes. We're a disaster home builder based out of Texas, but have done work all over the country, including Puerto Rico and New York.
Welcome.
I'm Kate Kendall.
Hi. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm Kate Kendall. I'm from Northeast Oregon Housing Authority in LaGrande, Oregon, and I'm a homeownership coordinator working with HUD to assist low-income families into homeownership programs.
Great, welcome.
I'm Ty Brown. I'm the affordable housing developer at the Urban League of Portland. I can't see anyone, so sorry if I interrupted. I'm driving and I dialed in, so, but happy to be here.
Great. Thank you for joining. Be safe as you're driving.
My name's Nick. I'm with the Community Action Team here in St. Helens as the Housing Center Program Coordinator, just working on getting all my HUD certifications.
Welcome, Nick.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Miller. I'm with the Housing Authority of Clackamas County. I'm part of the resident services team where we handle the Ross and FSS grants at HAC.
Great, welcome. Any other first-time attendees joining?
Yeah, hi, I'm Adam Briggs. I'm on the Curry County Housing Committee down here in Brookings, Oregon.
Great, welcome.
Thanks.
And I do want to acknowledge all of our longtime partners that are on this call and have been doing amazing work for a really long time as well. And what I love about these calls, we have them every quarter, and our new attendees list is growing. So that's really exciting to me. That means our message is getting out to others. And so I just really appreciate you taking the time to join us. And like I said, these are quarterly calls, one for us to give you an update of what's happening within the homeownership program area. And then to hear feedback too from our partners, what's happening, if you want to share any special announcements that are happening in your group. And one thing I'm really excited to share with all of you, well, Willie's going to share it with you, is the redesign of our home ownership dashboard, which is located on our webpage. So all of our partners who are providing your quarterly reports for all of the programs, we capture that data and we are putting it in this fabulous dashboard, which you can look at. You can look how your agency's doing. You can look at it, you know, on a regional basis. You can look at all of our partners, and I think you're going to be really excited to see the new look for that. But I just want to give you a couple quick updates. Actually, I'm going to put probably Alicia on the spot here in a minute, and some of our, and Abinette as well. But I know all of you had the opportunity to listen to Teresa introduce herself, and she is our newest member to the homeownership program team as our senior analyst for homeownership development. And we're glad she's joined our team. She's hit the ground running. I know some of the partners have met her already and have been coordinating with her, but she has joined the team, and I just want to make a special shout out to her. And she's been working alongside Elizabeth Thomas, who is our underwriter for our LIFT homeownership program, and all of the other staff as well. So Lisa, do you have, or is Willie going to give just a little bit of an update on the closed down payment assistance program that you're just finishing up?
I have the information. I wasn't
Okay.
sure if we have time.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so our down payment assistance program ran for I guess 20 months. It was original 18, but or 21 months. We added 3 months to help get the veterans funds out to more veterans. I'm excited to share, we had 411 new home buyers in the last 18 months. So from July of 2020 through December of 2021, and with a little additional through 3/31 of 2022. So that's fabulous news for a short period of time under our health conditions that we were going through. So everybody was worried, but it looks like money went out the door like we wanted it to. So we're really pleased. Of that, there was over $6 million that went out to these home buyers, averaging close to $15,000 for each home buyer. And from those 411, 216 households of color received funding. So we achieved our objective of helping more people of color with our funding. So that was greater than 50% of communities of color, households of color help. So we're very happy and pleased, and we appreciate all of your hard work getting those funds out. And we're happy to share that with the first time offering down payment assistance funds for veterans, we have 56 new veteran homeowners. So that's exciting news as well. So we were able to get resources out to our veterans. So very successful program. We had 108 home buyers used IDA funds. So there were 108 participants in IDA programs. So that's another great success story as well. So I just want to thank everybody for all of your hard work getting all those funds out. That was an amazing feat, and we have more to come with more funding coming soon. So anyway, thank you very much. And you will also see this information on our dashboard under the down payment program. So thank you.
Thank you, Alicia. And again, thank you to all of our partners who participated in helping homeowners achieve the dream that everyone looks forward to. And a special shout out to those helping veterans. We knew that was a challenge for some of our partners to actually get the dollars to the veterans that so need housing and funds as well. And our new DPA has made some changes to veterans, and so we're hoping that that will also expand that. So I know most of you are really excited to get an update on our newest requests for applications, our RFAs, and kind of where they are. So I'm going to let Alicia share some news on where we are in our new creation of the down payment assistance program solicitation.
I don't have exact dates or timeline for you all, but we do have our RFA submitted to our procurement department. And as you know, it goes through their process of review, and then it gets submitted to DOJ for review prior to being posted out to for applications. So we're estimating it around 3-month timeline based on their workload. It could be slightly longer. I know it's unfortunate we're going to miss the summer timeline, which is busy buying season, but maybe by the time these funds are out, the housing stock will change and it'll be better situation for these first-time home buyers and first-generation home buyers. So anyway, so that's where we're at today with that.
One thing I do just want to emphasize is in this particular solicitation, there is $28 million that will be available for down payment assistance, and our new down payment assistance framework has been approved by Housing Stability Council back in February. And so we are extremely excited, one, to have such a large amount of funding available to our partners. So we're on track to hopefully get it out and posted as soon as possible as well. And then we've been working on some other solicitations, and some of them have taken a back seat, if you will, because of the COVID pandemic that we were in and other emergency dollars that we received. So I will let Abinette chat a little bit about the next 3 solicitations.
Hello, this is Abinette, the program analyst for HOPE programs. So I will update about the RFA for the training RFA. We've been working with procurement back and forth on drafting and finalizing the RFA. So to estimate maybe in a couple of weeks, say 2 to 3 weeks or 4 weeks, the training RFA will be posted. I think it will be ready if everything goes as planned. And the Restore Health and Safety RFA, the same, is on the final review with procurement finally. So it was a slow process due to their workload, but we're doing the final review on that, and it will go to DOJ after that. Homeownership development grant agreements, they are with DOJ for the second review. We did the initial review. So the second review is just to clarify some things for DOJ, and it will be soon be approved and will be ready for Hacienda Esquer 1 grant agreements. And the 40 million is at the beginning of the draft. So we're hoping in about maybe 3 to 4 weeks to send it to procurement. And I don't have their exact estimate, but based on their load, we will work with procurement, and then we'll go to DOJ. I'm sorry, I don't have exact date, but we're estimating the best we can. Thank you.
Thank you, Abinette and Alicia, both. I put them both on the spot. So we didn't practice, but thank you so much. But I think for most of the partners on this call, our process is when the program analysts create the solicitations, we work really closely with our procurement department to ensure that we're meeting all our procurement requirements. And then any solicitation that is over $150,000, it is required to go to Department of Justice for legal sufficiency and review. And so sometimes in both of those processes, there are some, obviously back and forth to ensure that we have everything clear and concise, and it just does take a little time. So we appreciate your patience on all of that, but we're moving forward, and we will be getting some money out on the street really, really quickly. So I just kind of want to pause for a moment just to see if there's any questions before I do turn it over to Willie to talk about the dashboard.
It's more of a comment. I didn't realize how many new people were on the call. And so you and I did not share our roles. And I'm thinking about Thomas and John probably going, who are these people and why are they even talking? So I'll start because I need to talk the least. So I'm the director for homeownership at OHCS. And my name is pronounced Emoshe. My father is Hungarian and it's all his fault. So it's an unpronounceable name. So, but I just wanted to make sure that, so that's my role. I pop in when I can. The team does all the hard work. So I just want to clarify that role. And then Kim, can you clarify your role? And I don't know if I think staff got to, but let's make sure everybody knows who we are.
So yes, thank you. Sorry, I guess I feel like I know all of you on this call, even if you're first timers. So my apologies, Kim Freeman. I'm the Assistant Director to Homeownership Programs. So funding that goes out to our homeownership centers, down payment assistance, foreclosure avoidance counseling, our newest housing stability counseling grant, There is some NSP, which is neighborhood stabilization funding, still around, but anything programmatic lives under my section. And then we have 3 other sections under homeownership, which is our mortgage lending section, which is led by Scott Shaw. We have our HAF team, which is our homeowner assistance fund, which is led by Ryan Vandenbrink. And then we have our manufactured housing and Manufactured Marina Community Resource Center, also known as MMCRC, which is led by Rick Abrego. So we have 4 different sections under the homeownership division. So, and happy to connect any of the first timers with anyone on this section or team as well. Thank you, Emma Shea. So I would just want to pause to see if I don't see any questions so far in the chat, but if you have a question, please feel free to ask. If not, I want to turn it over to Willie to allow him enough time to share the redesign of the home ownership dashboard.
Thanks, Kim. Hey, everyone. My name is Willie Schuman. I'm a research analyst here at OCHS, and I work closely with home ownership. And I'll be sharing the publicly available home ownership dashboard. Some of you may have seen it, some of you may not, but I'll provide a link to it in the chat after I'm done showing you what it looks like. I'll just be giving you a high level overview. I know that Kim mentioned some redesign. Part of that is due to the fact that we started collecting additional information. So I took it upon myself to provide as much relevant information that I think is necessary for people to explore and learn about our programs. I mention this every time I show the dashboard. If you have thoughts, feelings, opinions, things you'd like to see, you can always contact me. My email, my contact information is at the bottom of the first page. I'm always willing to hear feedback and add things that people may be interested in seeing. If it's your first time looking at the dashboard, it opens up on this landing page that kind of gives you a high level overview of just performance of homeownership's programs, as well as including a summary of what has changed on the dashboard, as well as how current the data is. You'll see here that there's a date. I have most of the program's data through 12/31/21. There is some data from the most recent quarter, but not all programs are represented. So yeah, the 2 main pages that have been updated are the down payment assistance page. This just gives you a nice high level overview of down payment. You can, you can filter it by organization. So whoever distributes these funds. So if you want to look at your own, say you're in Habitat for Humanity of Oregon, you can click down on that and it'll filter and show how much of DPA funds were awarded, the number of people that it went to, how much of that funding went through just our HOPE DPA program, our veteran DPO program, or through community excise tax funds. You can also look at averages. So this will give you the average number awarded, average veteran DPA funds, etc. You can also filter this by year and whether you want to look at an urban or rural environment. It also shows a breakdown of racial demographics and ethnicity of your clients or whoever's clients that you're looking at. You can also scroll down to see some additional information like number of additional sources needed in addition to down payment funds and the average amount of additional funds needed. And again, you can look at this by race, ethnicity, or urban or rural. Similar things with IDA, just looking at how many of our home buyers use this program and what the total or average cost of, total or average IDA funds used. Additional information are contained in here around mortgage type, as well as some more home buyer context, like what is the median mortgage amount that people are using, what are our clients' median incomes, how much did the client contribute to the purchase of the house. So yeah, just a lot more information there. You can also look at a historic DPA data, which will take you to the old page. I think it's thinking. There we go. So this is our historic data. So if you need to look at anything prior to 2019, you can look at it here. It has similar information in my dashboard. Go back to down payment assistance. This just kind of gives you an overview of what to expect from the dashboards, provides some definitions, as well as, just clarification around the data. There's additional dashboards here. So if you're interested in seeing geographic distribution, you can see it here. You can also see the percentage of white non-Hispanic individuals served and the percentage of people of color across the state, or look to see who's funding land trust models or shared equity models. There's even more data that you can look at. These ones are more high-level statistical data, looking at distribution of client income, kind of comparing first mortgage payment by income, purchase price by income, and client contribution by income to see if there's any relationships. Obviously, as you make more money, you can afford a more expensive house, but just wanted to display that. And once you're done, you can always go back to the front page. And then the other changes you'll see is with the HOPE programs. So both counseling and education and purchase data has been condensed into this new set of dashboards. It'll throw you up on this landing page, kind of explaining the changes to the data. One thing that we did is we're trying to follow clients specifically from when they enter into a HOPE, enter into housing counseling or similar service, and then where they end up when their case closes. So you'll notice as we go through this that we're going to be focusing on new clients coming in. And then when we get to results or outcomes or resolutions, we're going to be only looking at those individuals who within the reporting period closed their case at a home ownership center. So again, a wealth of data is included here. Each page will have a little blurb about the data. You can filter it by homeownership center, the intake date or the county, high level number of new clients. You can see client demographics, and over here you can see the percentage of total of those clients. So in this case, Hispanic or Latino is selected. So there was 250 individuals who identified as Hispanic or Latino, and that represents 10% of the clients within this given time frame. Also a breakdown of the different service types. And again, all of these filters should affect all of these visuals. This one is affected by what you select here. Sorry, the percentage one is affected by this one. So if there is no clients that identify as Alaska Native or American Indian, they won't show up, but just to keep that in mind. And you can, again, continue on to more data. Just trying to give a high level view of what our median income of our clients looks like, how they're distributed across the state. So what counties do they live in? Again, you can filter these by the different homeownership centers. You can filter by race, county, and date of intake. We also have some information on our education sessions. So total number of sessions attended, how many online classes were attended, the different types of classes we offer, as well as identifying how many Spanish language classes we have. I think that's of interest, just to see that, you know, we do offer Spanish language classes, but they are in the minority. You can continue further, and then you get to, these are the clients that have closed their cases within the last 2 quarters. You can see how many clients, the average number of sessions it took for them to reach an outcome, or to reach a closure of their case, how many days that represents. Again, racial demographics and ethnicity. We can also see the percentage that ended up purchasing a home at the end of counseling, as well as seeing the price ranges of the homes purchased. So we can see the median price was around $307,000. Minimum people spent was $150K, and then upwards to $500,000. And finally, geographic distribution of these individuals. Where did they purchase their homes? What was their median income? Again, multiple filters for you to explore the data. So those are just some two new things to look forward to in the dashboard. And like I said, if you have anything that you'd like to see, if I have the data, I'd be more than willing to put it up on the dashboard. But this should capture all of our current programs. It's also going to include information on upcoming programs, like the HALF program, the Flex Lending program, likely Abinet's Restore Health and Safety, as well as trying to capture some of our MMCRC data. So trying to make it to be this one-stop shop so you guys can look at your performance. Yeah, and also just see how we as a state are performing with these programs. And that's all I got to share with you today. Is there any questions in the chat, or did anyone want to share anything that they feel?
Really, there's no comments in the chat, and Talia did put the link of the
thank you.
dashboard in the chat, so it's listed there. But are there any questions for Willie? Is there something that maybe you'd like to see that's not there? But I will remind everyone that this data is based on the programs that we fund and the data we collect back in through the quarterly reports. So, but if there's, you know, Willie, you had some additional tabs, like I know there was like a definitions tab.
Yes.
And I think there's another tab with some other links. Am I
Correct.
not mistaken? Okay.
Yes, there's some other, there's a tab of definitions. So if you like, I was using a lot of acronyms. So there's like explanations of acronyms there, as well as certain definition and there's also a reference page that includes just high level demographic information across the state outside of our program. So this is looking at the demographics of the entire state. So it's a good resource if you're like, oh, what's the home ownership rate of Asian individuals in my county? You should be able to look at that on the reference page. And it just also has just the raw demographics of our state. So what proportion of the state is made up by Black or African-American identified individuals, Hispanic or Latino individuals. It also includes things like foreclosure information. Thank you for pointing that out, Kim. And like I said, if you are looking through it and you see something that's missing, or you want to see something else, feel free to reach out to me and I'll see what data I have. I am limited by the data that we collect, so I can't show everything. But yeah, I'm more than willing to take feedback and incorporate that into the dashboard. So, and thank you for giving me the space and time to talk about it today.
Thank you, Willie. And again, thank you to the partners who collect the data and review the reports for data integrity and all the work that happens once it gets to the OHCS team and then to the dashboard. And this is for you guys to use as well. So if there's, you know, an opportunity to use this data for any of like your grants that you may be writing or any other data that you may need for, you know, anything that you're working on, please feel free to use the dashboard as well. Any question? Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say thank you again. And yes, this is a tool that's meant for public consumption. So please use it. If you have any questions, please reach out.
Okay. Well, a couple things I do want to share is opportunities to reconnect with the OHCS staff in reference to our second listening session in reference to home ownership development, to have another conversation, and that will be June 14th at 1 p.m. And that link is listed on our technical advisory page as well under home ownership. Our next quarterly meeting will be September 1st. And then the next one to round out the year, believe it or not, of 2022 is December 1st. And then most importantly, I think all of you know this, but June is Homeownership Month. So I know as housing prices continue to increase, the mortgage interest rates are increasing, and it's becoming more and more challenging for a lot of our first-time home buyers. And but we will be putting something in our director's message just celebrating Homeownership Month. And we do have a few minutes. So if there is something happening in your, and Nick, thank you. It is Pride Month as well. So thank you for sharing that. If there's something happening in your community or with your agency, if you're having a home buyer fair, if you're having something that you would like to share with this group, I'd like to give everyone the opportunity to share things that are happening. Wow, I think this is the quietest this group has been in a really long time. It must be after lunch and the sun is shining. And I know usually some of our culturally specific organizations do have a home buyer fair, usually in June. Not sure if anyone is having a home buyer fair in June. No. Go ahead.
Kim.
Yes. Hi, Michelle.
Well, hi, little old Klamath County. We're actually going to have a wonderful evening of homeownership for new first-time home buyers. It will be a forum for all of the lenders, all the realtors, all of the community, whoever would like to join. This is a community-wide effort put on by Klamath County Association of Realtors. And so that's a big deal in home ownership for our little area. That'll be June 21st from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock with dinner provided.
Nice. Michelle, if you have information or a link or any flyer, can you send it to either Alicia or myself? Because we're happy to post that either on our web or even share it out on our social media page. Sorry.
You got it. Thank you.
Yeah, we're happy to, and I would put that out to anyone on the Zoom as well. If you're having events in your community around homeownership, we are happy to help you promote those events as well. So just send us a flyer or a link, and we can make sure that we're sharing it as well. Any other? We're actually done a little early. So I think those of you that know me, I will give you the gift of time. I don't want to keep everyone here if we don't have anything to share for the good of the order. So final call, if there's anything to share with the group.
I just
If
want
not,
to say
go
thank
ahead.
you all, and thank you for all the new folks that are joining us. And if there's anything that you'd like to, you know, if you have any follow-up questions that you think of later or anything that you'd like to hear about, please contact Alicia or Kim, and we're happy to bring that forward. And it's always nice to see you. I see Val there and all these Susan and all these people. Shannon, I know I saw her earlier. She's not on my screen anymore, but it's nice to see you all. You know, one of these days we'll actually be able to see people in person again. So nice to see you all. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.